Yo, what is up? We're here on OP Legends, and I'm going to be showing you off the brand new prison season that's releasing this Saturday, so in one day from this video being posted. And there's a lot of super cool, exciting changes I'll show you all in a bit. But if you want to come try out the server, the IP is there on the screen, zap.oplegends.com. I actually just finished off a little mini gens series, but we're going to be hopping into the prisons for like 6 videos this map, and it'll be pretty cool. But let's check it out. Let's head over to the prison in Neptune realm. And when you join the server, you start off in the spawn, of course. By the way, this is like a really cool quick thing, but there's daily rewards every day. Log on, talk to mailman Mats, and then you can claim your free reward, which just gave me 10 million orbs. We can get a lot of other things like crate keys, loot boxes, booster potions, and then a lot more. But something I'm doing for the excitement of the release of the server is that we're giving away 5,000 credits. This is equivalent to 50 real life dollars, and then you can use these credits to buy like in-game ranks or loot boxes or any of that type of stuff. If you do want to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is comment your in-game name and then also throw up the last video's giveaway winner of 2,500 credits. I pretty much do these giveaways every single video. Now, what they have new for this OP Legends season is that they have this new like overclocking thing, which ties into the rebirth thing. I'll show you that all in a second. They have a full companion revamp. If you don't know what those are, companions are basically like auto miners. They will mine for you in your mine. But with this new system, you will be able to assign your companions to do different tasks, such as like use booster potions for you or eat food for you, and like there's so many other things. It'll be pretty cool. They do have a lot of other things, like they did a full enchantment revamp as well. But let me start this off, and I want to give you all like a quick brief showcase on like how the server works. So yeah, when you first load in, what I typically like to do is I will talk to the mailman Matt, claim my daily reward every single day, and then we can head over to the mine. There's this portal up here which will teleport me to the mine, so let's just jump into that. And this here is my OP prisons mine. The server is actually really cool because look at this. It tells you like how many blocks are broken, the percentage on this billboard. Over here are the relics. Relics are like these little things you can unlock, and then after a certain amount of blocks you mine, they give you like a bunch of OP rewards. So let me actually start getting some of these items. I'm just going to spam a bunch of these like loot boxes. By the way, this is on like a test server, so like none of this is actually counting. I think I might do like a default series, but I'm not entirely sure on what I want to do for my next series on prisons. I'm just going to open a ton of these though. We'll get a lot of items, and then I just want to start getting like some of those relics. They have custom armor sets, boss eggs, they have companion shards. These are actually used for like leveling up your companions. Tool perk cubes, that's pretty epic, and then some booster potions. Cool. Anyways, let's go to the mine. I'm actually pretty sure though that to get relics you need to mine blocks, and then you just like happen to get a relic. So when we do get that, I'll just show you that. We have an NPC in your mine too called the guide. He will just like help you out. There's of course rebirth thing, which is something I want to show you with the overclocking system, and then global challenges. There are these team-based weekly and daily challenges just to get rewards. Anyways, yeah, so what you want to do on prisons is it's mainly just about mining. You want to mine, you want to get money, orbs, all these different currencies, and then level up your mine, which will then increase the size of your mine. If we type /mine upgrades, there are these different mine levels, and then as you level them up, they'll increase the size of the mine. The reason this is good is because there is this very specific enchantment called ballistic sheep, and well, I did just say that there's a specific enchant, but it's literally all these enchants that break blocks. We have apocalypse now. This will spawn zombies that will mine a bunch of blocks for you. We have magma madness. This will spawn magma cubes. We got dragon soul, which will spawn dragons shooting fireballs at the mine. I do have a ton of currencies. I'll just max out every enchant real quick. All I can say is that when you do have a lot of enchants on the server, it is one of the most satisfying things ever, because you have so many just random stuff on your screen blowing up the mine and giving you a bunch of money and making you rich. They also have these enchant upgrades, so once you do max out all your enchants, you can then buy these upgrades for your enchants, which just like make them even better, which is kind of cool. And then there's the essence enchants, which this is a separate currency, and these ones just give you some like extra little buffs. They don't usually help you with breaking any blocks in the mine. It's mainly just for like getting like extra damage on your bosses, getting a little bit of extra pet EXP, and more of like these like miscellaneous things like that. Okay, now my screen is absolutely getting obliterated, but this is what they changed with the mining revamp. So it looks like one of my enchants is dropping these like gold ingots and gold nuggets on the mine, and then when I collect these ores, it's giving me rank ups. I'm at rank 25,000. Okay, this is like really interesting. But yeah, what they've changed in this new mining revamp system is that all of your enchantments, oh look at that, the mine just upgraded. Oh my god, we're at mine level 16 insane because obviously I have all these enchants maxed out. That wouldn't really normally happen, but the mine size is ginormous now. But when I'm mining, what the enchantments do is that they only activate at the top of the mine now, so you can see them how they're like breaking virtual blocks. They changed this because when they did just break the blocks in the mine, it made it like very annoying. So now you can be super efficient by just like breaking the blocks like this, and then all the enchants are activating above the mine, and this is why there's so many sounds and stuff up here. There's literally dragon sounds, lightning strikes, explosions. I don't know, it is pretty cool though. But let me show you this overclocking system. So if we type /rebirth, how you rebirth on the server is that once you have all of your enchantments maxed out, you can then rebirth, and doing that will give me rebirth points. When I rebirth, it'll reset all of my enchantments, so I have to go and max all these out again. And it also deleted all of my orbs on the server. So you have to like reset your pickaxe from scratch, but it does keep all of your enchant upgrades and then also your essence enchants. So it literally just only gets rid of the orb enchants. But from rebirthing, we get these rebirth points, and then you can use those points to spend in the point shop. And this is where we can unlock all these like different perks and abilities. So for an example, I can get this 0.25x EXP multiplier. Let's purchase that, and now we have that perk. But the new thing they added was something called overclocking, and you can purchase this perk for 80 rebirth points. So let's do that, and then I can unlock this overclocking ability in /ranks. So if we type /ranks, in this menu you can view your rank up orb boost. So we currently have a 12.6x orb multiplier from our current rank, and then there's now this overclocking feature which will reset your rank back to 0, but this will give you access to insane buffs and game-changing perks. Now the rank requirement for this is 500,000, but let me open this menu up, and in order for me to get this gold to glory perk, I need to have 500,000 ranks. There are these other little perks though that based on your highest rank, it'll give you like a multiplier. So we have stress meter, gain a money multiplier depending how far away you are from your highest achieved rank. So basically you get more money the further away you are from your highest rank. So this kind of helps you like boost your forward in the beginning to like go back to where you were. Then we have apex collapse, gain access to a beacon boost that is based on your current rank. So the higher the rank we have, the more multiplier we get. Magnum opus, when enabled, your money multiplier will be converted to a blocks multiplier. No way. And any blocks will be consumed instantly, counting towards your magnum opus progression. Wait, this is actually kind of crazy. So I can activate this, which will then build up overheating for 24 hours, which will then increase the requirement for activations. So anytime we activate this, it does get more difficult, but then we can get like insane multipliers with this. So that is pretty interesting. And then I do have gold of glory, which of course requires rank 500,000. I think with this one, you reset your rank and then you get like a whole boost or whatever. So yeah, I mean, we're not at rank 500,000, but definitely checking this out in the actual series will be so good. Also, look at this. There are these like different like little mixtures that you get, and you can just drink these and it'll give you a bunch of like these boosters. You get one every single time you rebirth. But yeah, that is like kind of cool. The other thing here though is that they have all of these like armors. If you type /armor, the armor that we actually got is so OP. It gives us insane multipliers. They also have bosses which are really cool. This one has 250,000 health. Okay, but if I start that boss, the boss is now spawning, and where is it? Holy crap, that was actually so cool. So the redstone golem has 250,000 health, and then you work together with your like teammates, or literally anyone can just teleport to your mine. But when this gets killed, the top 15 players will get loot bags, and these can be like super OP rewards. If you do place higher on the leaderboard, you will get like the best rewards ever. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then yeah, there's just so much other stuff on the server. Gem infused anvil adds 1 tier to any armor piece. Wait, what? This is a tier 6 armor piece. If I use this anvil, I can make it a tier 7, but you can only do this one time to the armor piece. But that's so cool. That just makes it even stronger. What is a redemption chest? Okay, we'll just open that up. It gave me some cake. There's also food on the server. When you eat food, it just gives you little buffs to different things. If we type /food, I have 5 cake slices, and we have the cake slice boost for about 25 minutes. All that does is add a 0.2x multiplier onto our orb multiplier. You can view all your multipliers by typing /multi. And yeah, look at this. We have a 140x orb multiplier. If I click on that, you can get a further breakdown. So we have like a 1x from our cake, 18x from our booster potion, 120x from our armor. I don't want to get too crazy into the server as there is a lot of information, but I also just don't want to spoil it all because we're going to be going through all of it in my series that I'm recording this map. So it'll be a lot of fun. Now there is a couple other things. If you are a competitive player on the server, it does have gangs. So you can create a gang with your team, and then you you can compete together for, I think it's like beacons top. So the top gangs that have the most beacons will end up actually getting like prizes, and so you can like win a bunch of in-game credits. So yeah, the server can be competitive, but it also does cater to casual players if you don't really care about that. We have another like random currency on the server called EXP. You can go to the EXP shop and just buy like a bunch of like different items. You can buy players shops, boosters, booster potions, and then they have this exclusive shop that rotates every 8 hours, and you can buy like some special boss eggs every so often, maybe a tier 6 modifier box. Modifiers are pretty cool. When you open these up, you get a pickaxe modifier that you can apply, and this will give me a 3.68x multiplier. A bunch of stuff like that on the server. And then we have rank up rewards, we have milestones, and then we have skills. As you do mine, activate a bunch of different enchants. Over time, you do level up your skills, which by the way, this whole like UI and the menu is so cool. But you level up all your skills, and it'll give you more and more perks based on like what level you're at, which is awesome. Robots are super cool. I do not have any robots, but what you can do is equip these, and then when you have them equipped and you go to the warp AFK, it'll just like generate you stuff like crate keys, boosters, loot boxes, all of that type of things. But yeah, that's basically that. Make sure you do come try out the server, of course, on my IP, zap.oplegends.com. It's releasing this Saturday, which will be 24 hours from this video being uploaded. And yeah, it's going to be an absolute crap load of fun, and I will see you all pretty soon.